Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT The Game Season 2, Episode 63. We are in front of 5,115 people in Southern California tonight. So let's get straight into the action. The camera shows Paul Ellering and his NXT Tag Team Champions, the Authors of Pain, walking in with their NXT Tag Team Championships. Rachel Ellering and Ruby Riott are not far behind, followed by the newest member of NXT, Sans the Ellering Alliance, Brodus Clay, with Mr. NXT's NXT Heavyweight Championship. Looks like they arrived as they were indicated to do. 89A, no worker improvements, Akon coming across well. Shuttle hot start. Excuse me. And we've been, not pushing, not pushing, but we haven't featured Authors of Pain early in segments, and we're going to do that again, but we wanted to let the angle play out, and boy, is it nice to get them back. 89A rating. They look fantastic. Titus O'Neil now is shown. Titus O'Neil is now shown on screen as the fans cheer. Titus says he's getting straight to the point. Tonight on NXT, we take a closer look at the 4 highest point earners thus in the Mega 12 Juniors tournament. That's Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Aleister Black, and Ty Dillinger have all started 2-0. For the first time ever, we will have a fatal 4-way elimination match in NXT, with the winner facing Roddy Strong in 3 weeks at NXT TakeOver Rival for the NXT Junior Heavyweight Championship. The fans cheer. The Titus brand delivers, baby. We are worldwide. The fans cheer again. Titus also says that at NXT TakeOver Rival, we are going to see by order of me, damn it, Brodus Clay make his NXT debut when he takes on Andrade Cien Almas and Bobby Roode to see who will first get a shot at the NXT Championship. Almas and Roode deserving of rematches via their contracts, and Clay will be inserted as long as he returns the belt tonight. So, as long as the belt is on NXT TV tonight, which it already has been, he will be inserted into that match at NXT TakeOver Legacy. Now remember, the Authors of Pain garnered a contract. Paul Ellering is using it for Brodus Clay. Almas, Bobby Roode, all 3 are going to get their rematches at some point. But as of right now, we'll face off at NXT TakeOver Legacy to see, or NXT TakeOver Rival to see who will go first. So 75 B-. Next, we see Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa come out to a huge reaction as the fans are on their feet chanting DIY, DIY, DIY. As the duo haven't been seen on NXT TV in person since their loss to the Young Bucks and the Super Kick party they had front row seats to. They make their way down the ramp, coming to the ring, shaking hands like total baby faces that they are. That they'll be in a match coming up next as they take on the Crow's Nest. So the Elite DIY program continues with DIY in an opening match here tonight against the Crow's Nest. That's Tim Donst and Masada, ADB. In a decent match, DIY defeats the Crow's Nest in 11 minutes when Gargano defeats Masada with a tier 2. Tommaso with a 67, a 70 for Gargano, 55 and 43 for Donst and Masada respectively, 69 C+, and DIY with the victory. After having won the match, DIY has a mic and reminds the Elite, Omega, and the Bucks that in 2 weeks the sides will be even, the odds will be even, and they'll begin their journey to right NXT of the many wrongs that have been caused. So DIY and the Authors of Pain, much as they did in Season 1, starting NXT off hot with tag team action. The fans boo next as Mr. NXT walks up next to Kathy Kelly smirking. Kathy asks Mr. NXT if he talked to Titus. Yes, as we all just found out a couple moments ago that the Ellering Alliance is here and has his championship. Mr. NXT says normally he would be annoyed by such a stupid Kathy question, but nothing can break his spirits tonight. No, he's going to get his championship. He's on his way to see Titus right now, as a matter of fact. So when he heads down the ramp tonight to defeat a quote-unquote legend in Jushin Liger, he'll do so showing the entire universe what an NXT champion is supposed to look like. I apologize, I'm parsing all my words tonight. Tongue-tied. Mr. NXT grabs the hand of his better half, Mrs. NXT, as the 2 exit stage right to Titus O'Neil's office as they go looking for Titus O'Neil. Mrs. NXT came across well. Kathy Kelly was a real star. 68C, that's great. We're going to keep pushing. If we're going to get bumps like this and these high ratings for Kathy Kelly, then we're definitely going to continue doing so. 68C+. Next, though, and about that at Subpar Wrestling on Little Heat, TJP defeats Cedric Alexander in 13:40 with a single high-letting knee strike. Tom Phillips and Steve Cannon have good chemistry. 46 for Cedric, 38 for TJP. The Mega 12 storyline has advanced but lost heat. 52 D+, and TJP gets a surprising, not surprising, but gets a very surprising victory over Cedric Alexander, who beat him in under 4 minutes at the Mega 12 Junior Tournament. Next, the fans boo as Mr. NXT is shown entering the office of Titus O'Neil with Mrs. NXT. Mr. NXT gets straight to the point and asks Titus if he can just have his championship back right now, please. About that, says Titus. Titus says that he has yet to get the championship back, and unfortunately, Paul Ellering says that the contractual championship opportunity, so until he gets that shot, you won't be getting your championship back, says Titus O'Neil. Now, Titus has already booked that triple threat match, so he'll get his title back, but it's not going to be tonight, unfortunately. Mr. NXT goes apeshit now and starts to make... Mr. NXT goes apeshit and starts to make excuses why he can't fight him. Titus is not to worry. Triple H will be here next week, and he personally said he would handle the situation, get Mr. NXT his championship back. Mr. NXT storms out of the locker room, pissed off he doesn't have his title, as Mrs. NXT walks up to his house and Ellen whispers, "Don't fuck this up." The fans ooh and ah as a bad word slipped onto television. Titus O'Neil is not looking happy, so in ADB, Mr. NXT will have to rely on Triple H coming here to do a job Titus wasn't able to do. Mr. and Mrs. NXT, though, can't harp on it too long because they'll be facing Jushin Liger tonight. No skill improvements, ADB. Next week, though, in our main event, we are going to see Adam Cole take on Eric Young, the leader of Sanity. If you recall, at NXT TakeOver Legacy... Well, shit, I fucked it up again. If you recall, at NXT TakeOver Legacy, Sanity defeated Adam Cole and Liv Morgan. So he'll get a rematch next week in the main event as he takes on Eric Young. 75 B-. Next up, and about that at Great Wrestling, but no heat, Liv Morgan defeats Nikki Cross in 7:48 by roll-up. Liv Morgan with a shocking, surprising victory over Nikki Cross very quickly out of nowhere. She gets the victory here tonight. 70 and 80. That's great. Gave the crowd a breather. That's great. Again, she's improving in performance. That's great. Liv Morgan's improving. Adam Cole's better half, if you will, in storyline purposes. So she gets the victory tonight over Nikki Cross, and Nikki Cross of Sanity is hot. All right, next up, thuds and booms are heard as referees and road agents can be seen running out in the backstage area, down a hall, through a door, into catering. We find the Revival and the Authors of Pain in the back, throwing fists, flying over tables, and overall just brawling all over the place. Now, wrestlers have came in decree of Titus O'Neil, NXT Commissioner right now, to break it up as the two teams are in deep. Dash and Dawson, Akam and Razor, they're just fighting all over the place. The Revival were screaming, "We want a shot, we want a shot," as Akam and Razor are screaming, being held back. Sure, whatever, you got it, I don't care. So that's going on as the camera is trying to shift to Paul Ellering to get AOP to focus on him. Paul Ellering grabs both of them by their shirts and yanks them to him. Paul Ellering says angry, pissed off, upset, and in a freaking total rage that tonight is the last time you will give out a championship opportunity. We are no longer going to play by their slave rules. All three of them look off as we fade out. So it's official. We're going to get Das and Dawson, who had a great match against the Authors of Pain at Legacy. They'll be getting another tag team championship rematch again. That was supposed to go to Sanity. Unfortunately, Sanity got hurt, so we're throwing a curveball here. Here's Dash and Dawson will be getting a rematch against the Authors of Pain at NXT TakeOver Rival. And we know we got an 80 rating, so it's going to be a good rating. Hopefully it'll be a very good rating, but we're going to put them in a match, and we're going to see what we can do. It's going to be one of the bigger matches because I'm going to tell you right now, we're not going to be defending the NXT Heavyweight Championship at NXT TakeOver Rival. So, just storyline purposes, get it off of a pay-per-view for once. Usually I like to defend all the championships for the most part, but we're not going to be doing that. So we're going to be giving the championship match a pay-per-view off, and this match will likely be headlining. 78B. Actually, it probably won't be headlining. It'll be second from the top. The headlining match, I believe, is going to be DIY and their special partner taking on the Elite. Or this match. I'm not sure which is going to headline yet, but it'll be one of the two co-main events. Next up, Mr. NXT defeats Jushin Liger in 11 minutes with a KID. Liger was tiring towards the end. That's not great. It only went 11 minutes. This match got the crowd harder. 68 for NXT, 48 for Jushin Liger. He just can't keep up anymore. 63C. After having just defeated Liger, though, Mr. NXT starts to celebrate, but then goes and slaps the head of Jushin Liger as the fans boo. Before things can go wrong, Bobby Roode has run out and got it into a standing altercation with the legend, Jushin Liger. Mr. NXT watches Liger get to his feet, but then puts one foot on Liger and knocks him down to the mat, then drops and slides out of the ring before Bobby Roode can do anything about it. Mr. and Mrs. NXT walk back up the ramp smirking, still pissed off they don't have their championship. So Mr. NXT's in a pissy mood tonight because he didn't get his title back. And Jushin Liger had to pay for it. 76B minus. Bobby Roode defends the honor of Jushin Liger. I guess you could say they shake hands. I guess you could say after the save. But Jushin doesn't really need anything saving. Really, Mr. NXT just in a pissy mood. So 76B minus for this as well. Next up, we get a video recap of the Elite debuting at NXT TakeOver Legacy. Well, debuting that of Kenny Omega. We then see clips to DIY making it known that at NXT TakeOver Rival, they'll be revealing one of the good guys in NXT, their partner on the face side of the stable roster, to take on all three members, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks of the Elite, in 2 weeks. We have an 85B plus here. Wow. Matt and Nick were good. Lastly, Triple H will be here next week, and he'll handle the NXT Heavyweight Championship situation. Now, I'm a little nervous for this main event match. Aleister Black, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Ty Dillinger with the winner facing NXT Light Heavyweight Champion, Junior Heavyweight Champion Roddy Strong at NXT TakeOver Rival. 66C plus. Could have been better, not awful. And a decent match. Ty Dillinger defeats Aleister Black, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish in an elimination match. First was Kyle O'Reilly, second was Aleister Black, and finally Bobby Fish. So Ty Dillinger, Cohen, will face Roderick Strong for the NXT Junior Heavyweight Championship in just 2 weeks at NXT TakeOver Rival. 70 for Black. Dillinger had the worst rating, 56. 57 for O'Reilly. 62 for Bobby Fish. No skill improvements, but it gained heat. After the match, after scoring the final pinfall, Ty Dillinger is standing in the middle of the ring when Roddy Strong, his music hits, and the NXT Junior Heavyweight Champion walks to the rope and gets in the ring with Ty Dillinger. As Roddy gets in, he looks at Ty Dillinger and just extends his hand, Cohen, offering him a shake, in which Ty Dillinger immediately takes. The fans cheer at the sign of sportsmanship. Ty Dillinger looking at the championship, tapping on it a little bit. As NXT fades out this week, having set up Roddy Strong to take on Ty Dillinger and defend his NXT Junior Heavyweight Championship at NXT TakeOver Rival. And a big prestige building match. So we're going to end it on a good note this week. 69C plus. Lots of stuff happening. We're just 2 shows away. This got a 74 rating. That's great. It increased our popularity in 45 regions. We're going to have another week of NXT, and then we're going to go back to the juniors. Hopefully, we can build up our popularity a little bit so we don't have to lose more popularity in our juniors tournament. Again, that's going to happen because these guys aren't over, and that's the whole point of the Mega 12 Juniors tournament. This was NXT The Game, Season 2. Episode 63. Sorry for messing up with all my words tonight and slurring a little bit. I am very tired this afternoon. But this was NXT The Game, Season 2, Episode 63. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a glorious day. Thanks, everyone.